Are we live? Are we alive? With the sound of music. Where are we? Hold on. Gotta flip a few switches here. Okay. So I haven't done a live in so long that I almost forgot how to do one. But this, what a day. Hey Nan, how you doing, lovely? You are going to have your jaw on the floor. This has been a crazy damn day. Hey Shane, lovely, Truth Train coming through. I'm telling you right now, this has been an unbelievable day. Hey Liz, how you doing? Good to see you guys. We're going to wait for a few people to get here. First of all, I would like to, before I even get into Governor Evers and tell you what the hell happened, I have it on footage. The video won't transfer. All my other footage always transfers. This doesn't. So I'm going to have to show you on my phone the actual recording. But I've got it. But before we get into that, hey, Becca Chua, this is all so good. Okay, you guys. So I have to step away from Stephen Avery for just a minute. I have to make a disclaimer. I never thought I would have to make a disclaimer like this, but apparently I do. I was emailed today a very disturbing email where someone's threatening my life because they say I am the one that has abducted Summer Wells. I have the email. You know who you are. So I'm going on live TV for number one to clear that up, that if I knew where this precious child was, she would be safe and with the people that she's supposed to be with. If you have any information, it's 1-800-TBI-FIND. So let's get our head out of our butts, because sending me emails that are miles long that I had to show my boss where we almost called the police, not cool. Don't tell me you know where I live. Don't tell me what I do. Don't talk about guns, bullets, none of that shit. That's not going to work. If you think it's funny to do that because you're some cool person, just so you know, you will be followed up with, because I will turn you in. Heads up. Okay, let's get that out of the way. So, prayers and safe return for Summer Wells, please. I hope for the absolute best for everybody there. Before we get on to Governor Evers, I also want to say, after we talk about this and I show you this, we are going to jump over onto the Summer Wells case and talk about some of the weird stuff that is just recently coming out in the few days, and see how you guys are sitting on the case and what you feel about things. So let's go over here and talk to everybody that I love. Hey Liz Schultz, how are you? I am sorry too. My boss and I have everything documented. This person gave a name. I don't know if it's legitimately theirs, but their IP is trackable because it came in an email through my important line. So I have my email monitored purposely for that kind of weird stuff. And that definitely got recorded. So whoever sent that, you just need to know I am very much protected, and that was absolutely stupid. Now, I do want to say that the person did not, I think, mean any harm, seriously, because they were all about trying to find Summer. And if I had her, they were going to kill me. So I get from the bottom of my heart how you feel. I do. But I've been on RD on this channel. Hundreds of people, thousands of people have seen my videos. I mean, there's no way. Okay? So I don't know what that's about. So you guys, I want to do this real quick. I go to work today, and I am all natural right now. It's been one of those kind of days where you just don't even care how you look because the shit went wild. Okay, so I go to work, and I'm doing my normal office thing, and I sit across from my boss. And she's on the phone talking to someone about Governor Evers. And I'm like, what you talking about? She's like, our posters. And I'm like, what are they for? What posters? Well, we're going to protest. And I'm like, today? She's like, yeah, well, when Governor Evers comes. I'm like, wait a minute. The Governor Evers is coming to where? She's like, to our church. I'm like, are you shitting me? She's like, no, and we're protesting this vaccine. You should come along. I'm like, absolutely. So I hurried, she hurried. We're making the poster on the computer because we've got like 30 minutes to get there. He's showing up at 2:15 at our church. And I'm thinking there's going to be like brigades. You can't get to him. Oh, no. Nay. Oh, I got to say some stuff. Oh, anyway, this is so good, you guys. And my town, by the way, we are amazing. There was so many people that showed up with so many signs. And I filmed it all. And it's beautiful. But let's get to it. Yes, Shane, this was some sicko that didn't understand. I'm nobody, but just a little YouTuber. I don't know. Whatever. Ugh. Okay, so I'm just going to play it. It's unedited. You're going to see feet. You're going to see people. You're going to see people I know. Trucks going by, honking. I want to say it's 25 minutes, so I'll try to kind of scoot through parts. But it was all like a blur to all of us. But our town rocked it. Like Governor Evers tries to leave without allowing our townspeople to ask one question. Only allowed the media, Channel 7, no, sorry, Ixnay, no channel, no. Channel 9 and Channel 13 were both there. Now, let me see how I do this desktop cam. Now, I need the other thing, display capture. And then I've got to take off this desktop. How do I get to it? Oh, Lord, you guys. I'm getting too old for this. Okay, so you can see my desktop. All right. And I'm upside down in the corner. Okay, let's go over here. This is interesting because, first of all, Channel 13 did an interview and filmed the entire thing. Does not show anything on their system anywhere on here. Because I made it about Brendan. And I do support the idea that everybody had a chance to talk. But, oh, it made me so mad. Now, Channel 9 comes through, does an interview with one of our local townspeople, and doesn't do anything about Governor Evers or anything that they filmed there. I'm sure it showed up on our local news, like for our townspeople to see. But see how they run it? All it is this little write-up about with the residents speak out against Pfizer vaccines approval, and there's one picture. And the one picture they took out of all the posings with Brendan Dassey, cross my chest and all this stuff, they took the back of me. For real. I'm in the same shirt. See? But let's go ahead and let's get over and we'll play the video. I'm like, that's how the media plays the game. It truly is. Okay, here we go. Now, it's on my phone. It will not transfer, so we've got to get it where you can hear it and see it. So hold on. Let me get back to the camera so I can see if I can do this. Okay, that's not filming me. Wait. We got to make me bigger. Because you're going to have to... Hold on. We're going to get it worked out, you guys. Where's the camera? What way do I tip it? Can I turn it up? Oh, God, you guys, the recording is so shitty. You'll hear me. I yelled. Okay, hold on. Am I too close? How can I do this better, you guys? Somebody help me. It won't transfer. Okay, if I go this way, it seems to be better or worse. Maybe I'm not close enough. Oh, okay, you guys. I gotta be super... I will get this in the system somehow if I have to use another device to record it. But you'll hear me. I tried to put it in the cloud and it keeps saying failed. So I don't know what do I got to do to get it off here, but we're going to get it off here so you can hear. But he won't use the microphone either. He just got yelled out by one of our townsmen to try to use the microphone. I didn't yell at him. They yelled at him. Oh, I do yell at him. Because he tries to blow us off. He only wanted to interview the media with questions. He wasn't going to take any of our questions. Our town, we rock. We didn't let him go. It's going to come up pretty soon. I send stuff to my computer through Facebook Messenger. Okay, as soon as I can get it, in just a minute, you'll hear me and you'll hear what he says because it gets real loud. Let me see if I can turn it up. We'll get it off here, you guys. I keep thinking if I get closer. I can't figure out why it won't transfer. Is it too long? Because I can make it smaller. It's 25 minutes. But this is coming up in just a minute or two. I'm trying to watch it myself so I can see when it comes in better. There, you guys, look, there he is. Don't worry, none of us could hear him either. He refused to use the microphone.
May I ask a question?
Here it goes, you guys. This is me.
From us? I have a question about Brendan Dassey. 16-year-old was convicted with no DNA.
He stopped right there.
Well, I choose to, because I won't see you again. I've been working for 2 years contacting your office. I would just like to speak if that's okay. Brendan Dassey was wrongfully convicted with absolutely no evidence. He is disabled. He was 16 with an IQ of 60. You have the pardon. You can clemence him. If you would please look into the case, we would greatly appreciate it. There's been thousands of very important people with high degree that stand by Brendan Dassey 1,000% innocent. Please look into it.
Yeah, he told me, he said, when I said, well, I do want to talk to you, he said, we're not discussing Brendan Dassey today, was his exact words. And that's when I said, well, I'm going to, because I've been contacting your office for years. So listen to my town get pissed. They're not letting him go. My mother was killed by the vaccine. That's what my townsmember said.
She's very healthy. She's in the hospital after it with heart problems.
That was me. My friend is in the hospital with heart problems from the shot.
Israel is highly vaccinated and over 60% of your hospitalizations are vaccinated people.
He wanted out of there so bad. My town, we picketed. Yep, that's what he said. We're not discussing Brendan Dassey today. We're not here for that. And I wanted y'all to see that. That's the truth. We will clean it.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Now I'm pissed.
Oh, yeah,
Listen
we
to
are.
me. Now I forgot I'm
I got
recording.
that on film. We ain't gonna talk about Brendan Dassey today. So he has, huh? Yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't want to get arrested right now. I don't like him.
I had to stay away from him. I was afraid I'd get arrested, you guys. Oh wait, you'll see. There they go.
He's like, we're not talking about Brendan Dassey today. I said, well, yeah, we are. I talked about it, but didn't do no good.
I'm stupid.
Brendan Dassey is a 16. He was 16 at the time, convicted with absolutely no evidence. He had a 60 IQ, and he is wrongfully convicted. And we all know it in the United States, all over the world, and the world is fighting for him. And he has the button to push. He has the signature that'll get him out, and he refuses.
So my sign said, "You've known Brendan. What was it? You know Brendan Dassey's innocent," and something else. And then I said, "But you refuse to give him a pardon or clemency. How should we trust you on anything else?" or something like that. I got it in the car.
Got your back.
I'll put it on here.
Oh, I couldn't believe he said that. We're not going to talk about Brendan Dassey.
I was
today. I'm
pissed.
like, oh, we are.
I find it funny this won't transfer. All my other videos do. I'll find a way to get it on there because it's crystal clear on my phone. Channel 9 and 13 stayed there. I tried to get him to talk to me.
He doesn't want to talk about Brendan Dassey today. And he probably doesn't really want to talk about any of this. He's probably going to do what he wants anyway. He just wanted to make a little town feel like they were special.
I probably should edit some of this. I was pretty pissed. I might say something I regret later that I aired, but whatever.
So yeah, Channel 13 was hearing everything.
It's not even on their channel. They won't even show anything about this. Whoops. I flipped the damn thing over.
He's totally trying to control the agenda to the point, but he just forces it down your throat no matter what you do. Well, no, we don't have to.
We had over 40 protesters.
Our body, our choice.
They put on there that we had a dozen on the media, on the one article.
My son went to college this year, and they required him to get those doses. He's never really had any illnesses, and he has been just consistently ill. And I
I have another agenda after I'm done here.
where are you going?
I'm gonna go and talk.
Good deal.
Go and talk.
Well, I'm putting this all out on my YouTube, so I don't know how many people we get. We've got 5,000 subscribers, but
I hope it gets exposed well, guys.
All right, you guys have seen. You get it. There's a bunch more. I get into it with the news person because he's sitting there taking pictures, but he's not doing anything about the protesters. He's only focused on Governor Evers the entire time. Oh, I made this so damn big. I don't want to be this big. No, let's not be this big on camera. I look like a crazy person today. I am exhausted from this day, I'll tell you. Like I said, it started off with absurd emails about me possibly having Summer and this person's going to find me and I'm going to regret from taking her. And I'm like, don't even go there. Don't even try that crap. Then, like I said, my boss is like, yeah, we're making posters, you know. And I'm like, for what? And she's like, to go protest. And I'm like, news to me. What are you talking about? Protest what? Like, are we going down to County Market and protesting against marshmallows or something? I don't get it. She's like, oh, didn't you hear Governor Evers is going to be in our hometown? And I'm like, I got to get my poster made. So, I'm still kind of shaken from this day. Only you guys understand what that felt like. Now, I'm going to go on a soapbox for just a minute, y'all. Just because I love you all and I'm me. I got to talk about those that do follow their spirit. I've been saying that the divine works in this case. What are the chances of Evers coming to Rubberducky's church in the middle of the week with no notice? I guess our church minister knew since Friday morning. Shh, She said it had to be kept quiet. We had an hour notice. Actually, 2-hour notice. And I got to talk. He heard me. He stood there. That room was quiet and I bellered it out. Inside, I was shaking in my boots because I was like, how many authority figures are here? Because I'm pretty hot right now. And I'm going to end up saying something I regret. That was my worst fear. I wanted to represent us, truthers, with the voice that you guys have. I had the voice of, what the hell do you think you're doing, was in my head. And why the F haven't you listened to any, all that was in my head. So I toned it all back, and I remembered I had Shane on my shoulder, and I had Nan and Becca with me, and I held it together, I thought, pretty good. But when he said, no, we're not here to talk about Brendan Dassey today. That's not why we're here. Ooh, I was like, there's never a good time, as what went on in my head. I'm like, how many billions of times have we had that secretary tell us that she'll make sure he gets the message? Well, he ain't got the message. But today, I'm here to tell you from Rubberducky, he's heard the name Brendan Dassey. And now he's heard the case, because I laid that case down. He can never, ever deny knowing the truth. Because I looked him in the eye. I said every bit of it. So he knows. Thank you, Nan's Life. I was there for all of us. I was like, nobody at the church knew what I was talking about because they were there for the other agenda, which I get. I totally support everybody's right to opinion. But I had one agenda at that moment, and I was not going to leave it. I had that. You guys are going to think I'm so dumb. I was driving to that church, and I've got some footage, but Eminem came on, and I'm old school, and I'm like, you get that one moment, that one shot. You got vomit on your sweater. I don't even know the words. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to speak up. I'm going to do it. It's just another day, just another human, and I'm going to do it. When I got there, nothing was really going on, just all the protesters outside. So I didn't realize he was already talking in there, and he was already on camera for the channel newses and all that. So after I'm outside like 10, 20 minutes, I'm like, I thought Governor Evers was going to be here outside. And they're like, yeah, isn't that weird? Well, they told everybody it was being held outside. They took the news people inside, but they didn't block the doors. They just didn't tell you it was rolling. And so our community kind of like sweltered in there, and we all spread out. And then as soon as he was done talking, which we got to hear about maybe a third of it, maybe, and you couldn't hear that because he wouldn't use the mic. So someone yelled out, can you use the mic? And he was like, I am using the mic, but he wasn't. And then he thought he was going to leave real quick because he allowed that newscaster to ask one question and that one. And then he was like, thank you all. Oh no, my town's members and us, we all were like, whoa, and they all getting going. And then I had that chance. My town rocks. My town rocks. Owen with the rocks. Oh my God, it was incredible. Like, they're so smart. We had nurses, we had lawyers, we had people from the community gather, and it wasn't like everybody agreed, but we all had a point to make, respectful. And in the end, we were hugging everybody. I mean, there was people there that were for Trump, against Trump, whatever. It was about protecting our community. And the number one thing is, don't force this on us. We have rights. My body, my choice. We might take it, but don't force this. That was the biggest thing. There are health care workers that do not want this, and they have survived COVID. They've been on front line. They deserve the right to choose. And if you disagree and you can't handle a disagreement on the table, then there's the button. I mean, you have the right to your opinion. I have the right to mine. If you have a different opinion and you want to get really hot about it, I appreciate your opinion when you start a YouTube. Okay? All right. Oh, I've got a piece so bad, but I was so excited to tell you guys. Okay. So first of all, now we see what this is really like. Now we know what side of the thing he's on. You can take what resonates with you. I personally know. I know where he stands because I looked at him. Oh. Yes, Nan's Life says his microphone was directed only to news crews. Yes, and that is how it is played. Now, when I go over to Channel 13, I can Google their entire website, Governor Evers, and I can Google our hometown, and there is nothing, zilch, and I did it for a while. Channel 7, you saw the one picture where my sign is backwards, even though they had us get together for several group shots, and they made sure I was seen with my sign. And my sign wasn't little. My sign was 4 sheets in a row taped together. And it went from here to my feet, and it was in giant black letters. You'll see it. I'll take pictures of it, and it'll be up there. So I'm going to be throwing this link out to my locals. So for all of you that are, making murderer fans or your RD fans, whatever, this moment I'm just going to steal away to say something to my homies. You guys, the community came out in a way today that sets the bar for a lot of places. Because even if you disagreed, you each took a turn, but when it was your turn, you spoke eloquent, you spoke very clear, your points were so valid. And yeah, he turned his tail and he ran. And that's what we've got to do. We've got to speak up. We've got to provide ourselves with unity, because that's what this is really about. We've survived a pandemic as a society. We can survive anything they choose to push at us, because we're the many, they're the few. And that's the truth. And today I saw that. I saw the car speed away. He was scrambling out the door. It was just words. It was civil. It was definitely friendly. But words were said, and they were firm words. And awareness was made to him. He left that place knowing that's a small sample of what he's got facing. See, in my book, he's picking these little small communities to see how his agenda is going to float. Well, it floated like a dirty turd in a bucket. How'd you like them apples? I knew one day I would meet you. Can't say I miss much. I'll trade that in. I'd love to meet Miss Zellner, though. So, okay, I gotta pee really bad. I know this is YouTube and nobody should talk like that, but I'm tired, and I've got an adrenaline rush that has me like this because that was amazing. I'm gonna do my best to get everything uploaded. I'm going to try to get it off. Becca, if you can contact me some way and tell me if I get stuck, somebody help me. Somebody, Shane, anybody, you know my email address, rubberducky2005@yahoo.com. That's only for you guys that are sane. None of you wackos that are trying to tell me I've collected a small child when I would never do anything like that, okay? Keep it real, like grounded. Okay. I love you guys. Love you guys. Hey, raise my gypsies. Love to see you. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta get this off here. Bye, guys.